Hey, what's up everyone, DRadicalX here, bringing to you my thoughts and opinions on a game that has just kind of come out this month for the console, which is known as Divine Knockout, or DKO, a 3D sort of Smash Bros kind of clone. And I will be giving my thoughts and opinions on this game. Just to clarify, I give a review 1 to 2 weeks to get my full-fledged opinion on things, and I'll be going through the good shits and the bad shits that Divine Knockout has to offer. Without further ado, let us begin. Now, just like I basically labeled out, Divine Knockout is basically a Super Smash Bros. Clone, where you and another person are fighting to knock the opponent out of the arena. The higher your percentage is, the more likely you are to be knocked out of the arena, as such. And also, as the name implies, Divines, you are mostly playing as goddesses. Some goddesses are ranging from basically enough Japanese, Norse, Greek, Rome, and even ethereal, which I don't understand why my boy Arthur's getting that sort of treatment sent his way. And as such, there are various game modes to the game as well, ranging from 3, which I will go through right now. Starting off first, we got the 3v3 mode. I would say this one is the kind of various easy one if you just want to chill and hang out and have fun on this game. And basically enough, there is basically 3 game modes, best 3 to 6 wins, and there are 4 game modes to this game as well, which I will go through right now. Starting off first, we have nearly enough Knockout. Knockout is basically fight to knock the opponent out. First team to get 8 knockouts wins the game altogether, and they get a point. Once that game mode is over, the whole team, and I mean everyone, gets to vote on the next game mode. It could be the same one, but on a different map, or a different kind of game mode too. Again, we have basically enough King of the Hill. King of the Hill, I would say if you have played Paladins, kind of think of it as Outsiege. There will basically be a ring that everyone has to go to. If your team catches that, they get 1 point for every second they have in that ring. But the only way to get points is to basically be in the ring, or you get 5 points for knocking an opponent out of the ring as well. Moving on to the next game mode, we've got nearly enough Coin Rush. Coin Rush is the same as well. As such, there's a chest, and there will be like a flying fox dude that will be dropping coins, and it's up to you to collect those coins and put them in the chest. However, though, you can lose these coins if you get hit, and you get more coins as well if you knock someone out. I believe you get 5 as such. First team to get to 100 coins in the chest, that is nearly enough game. Lastly, we've got Oddball. Oddball is kind of like Capture the Flag in a way. There will be a crown in the middle, and you have to basically grab it and make sure that the other team does not get it. However, though, if you get hit, you will lose the crown, and if it falls out of the ledge too, then the crown will be respawned in a random location. But if you have the crown, you have a 50% damage boost and knockback boost as well. The way to get the crown is to basically hit the opponent as such, and it's like various as well. First team to basically get to 100 points wins the whole game entirely. And that's basically it for the 3v3 mode. 2v2 is basically where the big boys play now. As such, you and a partner are battling it out with another team, and first to 3 points wins the game altogether. The arena is different, and every 20 or so seconds there is an orb which you can use to heal yourself up for 20 points. My best advice to basically give on that is to kind of camp around the orb as best you can, but also work together to kind of eliminate an opponent as well, because once you've got one opponent out, it's more or less a 2v1 scenario as well. And finally, moving on to the last one, which is just 1v1. It is you versus that player. First person to get 3 points wins, and it's that simple. It's kind of like Elite Smash, in my humble opinion. And those are the game modes for Divine Knockout. I have been told that there will be probably being some events in this, but in my humble opinion, I don't really think they may be good. I just kind of think that they may just be a cut and paste sort of thing, like a developer's done in the past. But that is it for the game modes. Now moving on now to the good shits that Divine Knockout has to offer. Starting off first with the good shits, I'm gonna have to nearly enough go with the fact being of the loadout system. As such, you can have a different variant kind of character that you want. Would you want this character to do more damage, be like a tank or a glass cannon? And the only way to get these sort of talents is that you level up with this specific champion, which you get basically the abilities. You sometimes get an XP booster, or you basically get purple stars. I'll get to the purple stars in a minute. And once you've completed that task with them, you get a golden variant skin. But let's say, for instance, if you want if you like this loadout as it is, and if you want a different loadout, have no fear, because you can have up to 3 different kinds of King Arthurs or Thors or any other champion in particular. Which, of course, say, big up on that, and you get to rename it too. You get to call it whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not probably inappropriate or whatnot. Speaking about characters in general, they basically have a bracket system to where if you level up 10 times with any specific champion, so if I basically get a level up with King Arthur and a level up of 4, this puts me towards getting a thing called a God Token. And once you've got 10 level ups with any champion in particular, you get yourself a God Token. And you can use this God Token to basically purchase a new champion. And they don't basically put it behind a paywall. You can either grind to get that, or, well, give them money. Which I gotta say, big up move on that one. And sadly to say, that's the only good thing. Well, these are the only good things I would have to basically say that's good for Divine Knockout. Now, this game is new and whatnot, so basically enough, you do come across some lag issues, which I basically did encounter in a game. And the game lagged, and before I knew it, I was almost halfway knocked out of the arena. And it's happened a lot when I have played this as well. And if it's happened to you, you know what I'm basically talking about, if you have played Divine's Knockout. But if you haven't, there's that to worry about. But unlike Hi-Rez and themselves, they do have a lot of things put behind a paywall, which as such is a bit bad, if you can tell by the price tags. And especially mostly half of these things you have to basically purchase the £18 one, just so you can probably purchase either a skin, just one skin, which probably that's about it. Speaking of also that, there's even the rewards of what you get when it comes to the purple stars. Now, as such, the only way to get purple stars is to basically level up with different champions. And the low prices that you can get are only banner things, which is just for your profile and whatnot. And if you want basically the other stuff in particular, you're going to have to grind out with other champions that you may not even have yet, or characters you're not even fucking good with, just to get that one knockout explosion, or get an emote, or a spray. And sadly enough, that's everything I've got to cover as well, to go over the bad shits. And this is everything that I would say Divine's Knockout has to offer right now. And to give it my personal opinion, is it a good game? I'd say yes, but I don't see it lasting long. And if you're wondering why, it's made by Hi-Rez. The company that basically brought you Paladins, Realm Royale, Rogue Company. And look how those games are doing right now. God awful. And in such way it's such, Hi-Rez will probably pull a fuck you card and probably take something out or probably ruin the game all completely. And as such, they've done this to other games, and I probably bet you as well this game will not do well in the future. I know that they're going to be adding in a battle pass sooner or later, and I probably bet you that's going to be a bit more scummy enough as it is, because I'll probably bet you'll all have a thing for paid members and free members, just like many other companies that are doing right now with battle passes, enough as it is. But in my humble opinion, is this game good? Yeah. Do I see it lasting long in the future? No. I do not. What do you guys got to say to that? Do you agree with my decisions? Do you disagree with my decisions? Or how else do you see nearly enough Divine Knockout? I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. That being said though, if you enjoyed this review, leave a like. If you didn't, then don't. I don't give a rat's ass. And as always, peace. DX is out.